All right. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, my people, my wonderful people. Today is March the 26th of 2022. Oh my God. The month is about to be over, but
Yep.
through His goodness and His mercy, we are still here. We are still kicking. We are still saying the same thing we've been saying all along. We have remained consistent. We know the direction and we are continuing on the journey. So, thank you for joining us today. Please help us to share, like, subscribe, follow, all these other things that is being done. Bell, what do you call notification button, the bell button, the alert button. Help us to get this information around because freedom is our destination. Freedom is our destination. We want to see our people live a befitting life. We don't want a befitting burial. We want a befitting life for our people, for our children. And that's not much to ask for. If we become who we want to become, we are very loving people. Everywhere we go, we love people. We are very inviting. We will use our resources, our wisdom, our love to bless other people. So we are not asking for something evil. We are not asking for money to go build a nuclear weapon. We are asking for self-determination that will allow us to live our fullest lives. So anyway, my name is Ponachin So Aga. I have my sister here, so let me allow her to introduce herself.
Thank you so much, my sister. Thank you, our viewers. Yes, please help us share, like, subscribe, hit the bell button, the bell for those on YouTube, and then follow, subscribe, everything. Please, like my sister said, we are giving you time to do that so that we can move together as a team. I'm Dr. Simon Okube Ekwi. So we'll give you food for thought, and this is going to be our agenda for today. Today, we want to tell you about success. You will know what success is, how to define success in life, whether at individual level, family level, community level, or even national level. What does it mean to be successful? The meaning of failure. We define failure to you because sometimes people don't understand what failure is. You allow other people to define failure for you. Meanwhile, you're succeeding. But to them, because they have set a different standard for you, you now use their own worldview to define yourself as a failure. Meanwhile, you're not a failure, you're successful. So, we're going to define all that to you, how to achieve success in life, in anything you're doing at individual level, at community level, national level. How do you achieve success in life? Because when you are successful, you people will celebrate you. But failure is an orphan. Failure does not have brother, sister, uncle. No, no, no. Nobody wants to associate with a failure. So we want to be successful. Thank you so much. Please go ahead.
Thank you, Sister April. Thank you so much for that. This topic that we are discussing today is so timely for us because for so many years we've been lied to. We've been told what success means that you should be smart enough to go to Harvard and come out and deceive your people and be speaking English. That's success.
Mm,
You should be pretending to be a leader and you know you're not capable. That's success to the behind. As long as you have the Igbo codes and you have the portfolio to go for it with it, and you have the English to go with it, you're successful. When Mama Nkechi that sells crayfish in the market, that can actually manage 7 children with limited resources, nobody sees her successful because she doesn't wear the Weibo code. She doesn't meet the standard. So this topic is this so timely because we need to start changing our mindsets. Because for years, churches, especially all these Pentecostal churches and evangelical churches, they've been telling us success is money. I got blessed. God bless me. Money, 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 money. When success, at least for me, success is living in peace with my husband like I am. Success is having my children complete their college degrees. Success is having my sons do what they say they are going to do. Success is me taking care of my father at his elderly age. So those are the things that I consider success. I'm not looking to go to the moon. I'm not trying to build a nuclear weapon. It's not what I want to do. And the next success for me is getting self-determination for my people. So you can see it varies for different folks and different people. And we need people to begin to redefine success for themselves and live it leave the world view, been telling us, the social media, the movies, and everything else, so that we can begin to feel contented with what we have, who we are, and that boosts your image, it boosts who you are, and you'll be able to function better because you're confident with who you are and not what somebody else says is standard. My wonderful mother, who passed on 10 years ago, I can never forget that woman. My mother will walk in boldly in the office of judges with her any kind of outfit and tell them what she needs to tell them. And they are looking, how come she's not dressed in her wonderful uh, British suit and all that stuff? She doesn't give a damn. She's there to do the right thing. So that's the image we want to sell out today. That's the spirit we want to sell out today. That's the countenance we want to portray today so that we can get our confidence back and do the work. So, welcome to the program. I am going to play our first video. Please help us to share, continue to like, continue to subscribe. All these things goes a long way. We want our people to see these videos because it's for their own good. We don't have anything else to offer you but goodness and mercy. So we are going to play a video from a brother uh, from Kenya telling us how we should be looking at success in life. So give me 1 minute.
Yes, please help us to share, subscribe. We want to discuss today about success, redefine it. So please listen. So you know what success is not and what success is. Volume, please.
We all have. There are things that you cannot buy with material wealth. You can buy a
Okay.
house, but not a home. With money, you can buy a clock, but not time. With money, you can buy a bed, but not sleep. With money, you can buy food, but not appetite. With money, you can buy a doctor, but not good health. With money, you can have insurance, but not safety. And this is the problem that we all have. There are things that you cannot buy with material wealth. You can buy a house, but not a home. With money, you can buy a clock, but not time. With money, you can buy a bed, but not sleep. With money, you can buy food, but not appetite. With money, you can buy a doctor, but not good health. With money, you can have insurance, but not safety. And this is the problem that we all have.
All right. So I intentionally allowed that video to play twice because sometimes we miss things in translation as they are playing. So you can see that our brother here is emphasizing the important, helping us to identify what is important in life. We cannot um, put all our common wellness into something that is not meaningful to us. Success should be things that affect us, that address our needs, our particular needs, and not the needs of other people. You can see that when you are successful within yourself, you're now able to extend yourself and make others successful. Sister, please go ahead.
Yes. If you're successful, like some of people in our villages, your house is the only place where there's light. Once they say, yes, Okosisi is around, that's why the generator is on. Every other person is in darkness. To you, that's success. You are the only one that can send your children abroad. To you, that's success. You are the only one that can eat 3 square meal. Well, meanwhile, your neighbor cannot even, the woman next to you, water is leaking in her house. Every night when rain is falling, she has to use cup and container to block it. Yet you have 3-story building and you're comfortable. We are saying you are not successful. To us, that's not success. So please come and sit down so that we discuss what success is and what is not. You see, people that right now, like what is happening in that your Nigeria, people are getting rich on importation of oil, while the rest of the country dying of poverty. Is that success? They'll say, oh, he's doing good for himself. He's doing good for himself. You can see what our people, the so-called elites, allow the Fulani Caliphate Nigerian government to do to the people. Spending money on maintaining oil facilities that cannot refine any crude oil. They killed Nigerian refineries, sold the carcass to Fulani Dangote. For those that say Fulani elites are not our problem, have you seen what we're saying? But you know what? You allowed it. You made that to happen because you don't know what success is. You do not know that when you are so successful and your neighbors are in abject poverty, that it is a shame to you because you could have done things differently. But what did you do? He said it's not your business. Fulanis will recruit you. You go and sell the lands and resources of your people to them. And then you are happy. You're doing well. You think that is success? That is not success. Please, Sister Muna, go ahead.
Right. And then any success that does not include our children hasn't even begun at all. Any success that is not looking at the future of our children has not started. Any success that does not address the need of our people is a joke. So we have to start looking at collective success at this point in time. So I am going to show a PowerPoint just for us to be familiar with certain terms and what they stand for, because we have gotten this success thing confused for so many years. So our topic is timely. We are using success redefined as our topic this week. So give me a minute. Let me pull up the PowerPoint.
So we're going to pull up PowerPoints that will define terms, like my sister said, so you can follow. Eating and squandering the wealth of unborn generation cannot be success. That is wickedness. But we want to give you certain terms so that they will last. Please go ahead, Stamina.
Yes, absolutely, my sister. So today we're going to look at what is success, how to define success in life, the meaning of success, definition of failure, and how to achieve success in life. And then we'll tie this into the things happening at home and how we can make it better. So, simple terms, introduction here say that success is the status of having achieved and accomplished an aim or objective. Being successful means the achievement of desired vision and planned goals. Furthermore, we can be certain that social status that describe a prosperous person that could also have gained fame for its favorable outcome. And the dictionary describes success as attaining wealth, prosperity, or fame. So, how do we define success in life? Like we said before, the only person that can define success is you, because people have different views of success, you know. So you make yourself aware of what accomplishment, success, and prosperity in general, what it means to you. You know, how do you define that? What does it mean to you? How does that apply or connect to your daily lives and where you want to go? So far, we can see that some may think of success as having luxury cars and having huge mansions, whereas some people look at success as having a life full of joy and happiness with their family, like I do, as the true meaning of success. And then we will now want to look at the deep meaning of success. You know, one of the most important key steps to achieve success in life is to know the meaning of success for your personal life. The true meaning of success goes far beyond common definition of success, such as having lots of money, being wealthy, or having lots of tangible things and earn degrees. You know, some people quantify success in that manner. To us, it's quite the opposite. You can see it's highlighted. True success in life cannot be measured with the above things that we mentioned earlier, but instead with the amount of people that you're able to live a better life for, advance their lives because of what you have created. You have created. So we are looking for, again, that community well-being. It's not just like, oh, I'm able to take care of my kids, take care of my husband, take care of my dogs. But what is it that I did to take care of my community? And that's where a place like America thrives, because people believe in community well-being. You will see someone, if something, let's say their son dies in drunk driving accident, she will start some type of awareness to make sure that it doesn't happen to somebody else. She doesn't go home and start singing, even a Wimbo, my friend died in an accident. No, they actually do something about it. That is success to us. Success is not the trophies people are collecting in their lives, as media and society have always led us to believe. But the meaning of success is how to live life happy and make this world a better place for everyone. And we want our people to start to understand this. And we don't want fake, phony community well-being. We don't want the bag of rice every Christmas and the onions, and then you disappear for the whole 12 months. We are looking for something that is sustainable, that is continuous, that is keeping people alive, so that they don't have to even come and greet us when we come back home, right? They don't have to come and greet us because they're doing well. That at least we can differentiate who really wants to see us and who's coming because they are hungry. So we want to leave sustainability, something ongoing. And then let's look at the definition of failure, which is the opposite of success, which means you fail while trying to achieve an aim or objectives. Beside this regular definition of failure, is also it can also be said that even wealth and successful people fail in their lives. We've seen them, they will have money, they will need some medication to go to sleep, and they will die through the process. We've seen successful people get addicted to urumiri. We see successful people do things that you're asking, how in the world can you have all this money and this is happening to you? Case in point, the guy that has the McPhee the virus. The weird guy just killed someone and went on a run with all the money for him. So we want to emphasize that even wealthy people may fail in their personal lives. Therefore, wealth cannot be defined with money, but instead with values in your life that make you happy as a person, and such as friendship, relationship, and your money. You can see we have emphasized this over and over and over again. And then, last but not least, we want to look at how to achieve success in life. So the process of becoming successful starts with goal setting. You do want to divide those goals into easier, reachable goals because it can get overwhelming. And then come up with a strategy and a plan to achieve those goals, aims, or vision. And then also keep in mind that success is a consequence of having earned a series of accomplishments. So the little that you do, which I can actually apply that to my daily life because where I am now is not where I was before. So those little successes that you're making will eventually get you exactly where you want to be. And our final words is that the way to get started is for us to do what we have been talking and talking and talking. Walt Disney said the way to get started is for us to quit talking and begin doing. So thank you. Siseki, please go ahead.
Yes, yes, yes. We want to quit talking and begin doing. Sometimes people will call you, "Oh, what are you doing? What are you doing?" I said, "What are you doing?" You see, because we're talking about success. And we told you that you have success at individual level, family level, community level, national level. You cannot be irresponsible when you cannot be so irresponsible and you are in the environment, you don't care what is going on. We'll tie it down, we'll bring it down to what is going on in our environment, because when we talk, we'll give you an example so that you understand what we're saying. We don't want to be theoretical, or not on this platform. We will point the things out for you. Now, you were there, all of us were there, when some foreign people came and began to sabotage all the efforts of the indigenous people, all the effort the indigenous peoples made to build a nation for themselves and their children. We were there when they came. They destroyed everything. They destroyed all the assets that belong to the indigenous people so that they could share it among themselves. We saw it, daylight robbery. We saw crime being committed in our land, in our nation, in Nigeria. We saw it. You will not tell me you did not see it, because this thing they are doing, they did not hide it. You were there when they sold all the assets belonging to indigenous peoples and shared it among themselves. What did you do? Why those politicians were giving themselves high five? What were you doing? You saw it. You saw when Obasanjo destroyed and killed Nigerian Airways, for instance, and auctioned it off, auctioned all the planes off to one man called Alhaji Kabo. Then the next thing you saw Cabo Air appear. Everyone said, Cabo Air, have you entered it before? As adults, we did not ask questions. We did not say what is going on. You see, failed. That's failure. That is not success. When you're irresponsible, when you are in an environment, people are doing what they're not supposed to do, nobody is holding anybody accountable. That is failure. That is not success. And that's why you see Nigeria became the capital poverty of the world. I hear that they're dragging it with India. Today it will be India, tomorrow it will be Nigeria. It's the same. It's the same sickness. Obasanjo there told you that he was creating millionaires. Nobody asked him, Obi, how are you creating these millionaires? From where to where? That you are creating millionaires and we are becoming poor. He destroyed Nigerian common assets and sold them to his friends. That's how his friends became millionaires. That's how Obasanjo created millionaires for you. Did you hold him accountable? Did you hold his friends accountable? No, you were clapping for them and praising. Yeah, you know him now. He's a millionaire. He's a billionaire.
They're good, doing good for themselves.
Yes, they're doing good for themselves, the big boys and the big girls. He gives us a high five. It's only in Nigeria that politicians are the richest people on earth. What business are they doing? What is the politician selling? What is he marketing? That he became so rich. But you know what? We did not hold them accountable. They killed Nigerian Portland Cement, for instance, and sold it to Dangote. Dangote emerged as the richest man in Africa. How? Nobody's asking questions. Now Nigerians buy one bag of cement, 3,000 naira. A place where we have a limestone. Nobody. We were there seeing our politicians being reckless. You see them with their bed partners, the traditional rulers, the church rulers, the religious rulers, those in mosques, the social influencers, the musicians that will go and cook and play music for them. Yes, Ezego. Yes, Ezego, one of Wobodondimo is coming in. Because the musicians, all they do is sing for the criminals because the criminals will give them money.
Our money.
Our money. The money meant for building hospitals, building our roads, building structures, building infrastructure, setting up businesses that will employ our youth. They squandered it. Our musicians were singing for them. And then we have seen our footballers. Yes. They are now going to beg those in the grave to come out and become the president. And you are watching it. You. Because those footballers are your brothers. Those musicians are your friends. Do you speak truth to them? What do? You saw them do unimaginable things to our land and our people, and nobody said anything. We failed as a people. That is collective failure. Mr. Muna is going to play another video for us, and then we'll continue from there. Please, Mr. Muna, are you ready?
Yes.
So we allowed our politicians to be reckless. And then
we're still allowing them to be reckless.
Yes. And they help Dangote and his Fulani brothers to destroy Nigeria, to destroy our people.
Government is broke.
Go ahead, please.
Sorry, go ahead, finish.
Yes, so this guy is talking about what the politicians are doing. Listen to him. You hear some sense in what he's saying. Please go ahead, Samuna.
Government is broke. The people are spending billions to go inside the government that is broke. Have you ever seen a minister who resigned because government is broke before? Government has no money. Have you ever seen a governor who said, ladies and gentlemen, when I was elected, I thought the government had money. Now I discover government has no money, I resign. Have you ever seen it? No. Government has no money, but they are bringing money out at election time. Where is that money coming from? So they are lying. What is happening is that there are two types of wicked people in government. Type 1, they eat current money. Any money they find in government, they will eat it. They are wicked about that one. There is type 2. Type 2, they eat current money and future money. They will say, my term will end next year. When I leave, how will I eat money? Let me borrow money now. Borrow money of the future and eat it now.
So that's a collective failure. We watch these people bringing their brothers and sisters to squander the wealth of Nigeria and put Nigerians in perpetual economic bondage and poverty. We watched that. It took years. It was systematic, but we saw it. It did not hide. We were there. I once heard one Igbo man. He was giving testimony. He said, "My Fulani sisters helped me to become rich." Yes, we were there when Fulani brothers came to steal our resources, and they're still here stealing our resources. They're not hiding it. They are doing it korokoro. And some people say, no, Fulani is not your problem. Somebody is a local agent of the foreign colonialist. We have internal colonialism and external colonialism. And somebody say Fulani is not our problem. You see how people lie to themselves? These people came and took our resources from our land and then transferred it to their sisters. You, as an Igbo man, you will go and collect from the Fulani sisters and be grateful to the Fulani sisters for making you rich. And then go to the church to pay your tithes and thank you for praying for you to connect you to Fulani sisters. That the Fulani brothers collected the money that they stole from your land. Your father's inheritance was stolen. You are the ones sitting on resources where you have crude oil, all sorts of resources. These people came, did all their mago, stole everything. They have blocks, they have land in your village where all those resources are. You now go back to Abuja and beg them and collect from them. And then you go to church and give testimony. That is failure. That is not success. We have failed as a people, collectively, individually. We saw Nigeria destroyed. We were there. Obasahom, it's not my business. It's not my business. We were reckless. We did not hold people accountable. We were blind. We were not observing what we should observe. We were looking, the more we look, the less you see. And nobody said what is going on. Rather, we are clapping for the politicians. Did number Chief Otorome? Do you have the contact of what's all these their stupid names? Do you know Obasanjo? I need job. My son needs job. Do you have Obasanjo's number? Do you have Ekweme's number? Do you have what's their name now? Remind me. I don't even. I'm blocking.
My dear, do you want me to remember the names of criminals? I'm not a criminal.
I can't even remember their names. It's flying from my head. Okarawusa, all these names. You people know them. Hey, do you have contacts? My son needs a job. My mother needs a hospital. My brother needs to get a visa. Anything you need, you go to these reckless politicians before you get it. We failed as a people. We failed as a people. That is not success. We were there when these things were happening, one after the other, until Nigeria got destroyed. A land that is blessed. Nigeria is number 6 oil-producing country. Yet our people cannot find food to eat. And people think it's okay. And you have the audacity to call yourself that you're successful. There's no successful Nigerian. You're all criminals. How successful will you be when my people do not have hospital to treat ordinary hypertension? Ordinary hypertension. My people do not have job. My youth do not have job. And you call yourself successful? You are a failure. Collectively, we have failed. But there's something that made us fail. There's something that helped us. We're going to play you a video so that you see, because we are building on a false foundation. Built on a fraudulent foundation. That's how our failure began. You remember when my sister said that for success, you have to plan, then negotiate, you have a strategy. Then success does not fall on you suddenly. You don't sleep and wake up and become successful. That one is criminality. And that's what the church has taught you. Come and give us 1,000 and then success will come on you. You don't get successful suddenly. If you are in school and you want to pass, you study. There's a process. You don't sleep and wake up, you don't go for lectures, then you start, all of a sudden you have 2-1, have first degree. That means you're a criminal.
Very big one.
Success does not come suddenly. So there's a foundation. We had a fundamental issue. Sister Mona, please play us that video so that we'll see where our failure began.
And the people in charge, the people at the helm of affairs, they were there watching.
Yes.
Dumbfounded.
Yes.
Didn't even sound an alarm. Didn't even call 911. The Jesus that they pray for every Sunday didn't even call the Jesus to come down. I don't know. They all sat and watched when the collective future of their children was submerged, all for them to remain relevant. God help us.
God help us. I mean, please listen.
Unity Council promulgated the Constitution first. Under General Abubakar, government in which I served, I was in executive council. I never saw the draft constitution. And I was Minister of Information. It was my responsibility to publicize it to the country. On the day of swearing in of Obasanjo, we didn't have a copy of the constitution. I didn't know who was printing it. And my ministry was supposed to pay for the printing. And Obasanjo was sworn on a constitution that had not been read by anybody. And the National Assembly could not be constituted until 4 days after he swore in it, because there was no clean copy of the constitution. You cannot build on quicksand. And the country cannot live on falsehood.
This is too hard to listen to. This is too hard.
Living on falsehood. And people still want us to continue to march on this pathway of failure. We are living on falsehood. We built our nation on falsehood and fraud. All of a sudden, we want to be successful. How? For those that want to take us to next election. I was once in school. I didn't know that we're not supposed to use colored hair. I went to a camp with colored hair. And the person in charge, the lecturer was like, why do you have this color of hair? I'm like, I didn't know. And I began to ask, because I'm in the middle of the way. I said, please, can you just allow me to wait till weekend so that I can remove it? Because I'm checking my time. I don't have time to go back and make the hair. He said, so what you're telling me is to allow you to continue to break the law. He said, madam, what you're asking me is to allow you to continue to break the law. I'm even merciful that I'm not punishing you. But instead of you to now go and find a way to go and remove it fast, you're saying, please, sir, allow me to weekend so that I can go and make, because I'm looking at my time. I don't have time again to start all over. My people, when you have discovered that you're building on fraud, what you do is stop.
You should be in an uproar. Uproar. Like, stop. Hold it now.
Say, what?
Stop the moving vehicle. Why break? Nobody's going anywhere.
Stop. Can lead to. If you are on a journey, you are going to Lagos, and you suddenly discover that the vehicle is going to Port Harcourt, what will you do, my people? Are you not going to say, driver, why break? Stop. Can lead to. Let me calm down. I'm not going to Port Harcourt. It's Lagos I want to go to. These fraudulent leaders have been leading us and carrying us to where we do not plan to go to. Our people are scattered all over the world, Mediterranean Sea, dying, so many things happening. And we told you that what is the source of our problem is the fraudulent 1999 Constitution that we did not make. It was imposed on us. What will a responsible person do? Is it not, let's stop and start? No, let's be going first. Let's call Article. Let's call Obi. Let's call Ndimo. Let's call all the criminals to come and continue to lead us on the pathway to death.
And we saw them uphold and decree and declare and defend. They have to do that when they are done. When the election is done, they have to put their hands on the Bible and swear to defend it. Can't you see? Can't you see that we are in catch 22? Can't we see, my people? Even Facebook understands what we are talking about. They have extra strength and algorithm to make sure that you guys don't get this information. They are peeing on their pants. There are people who eventually click, say, whoa, ROM. My sister, you describe it so beautifully. You're going to Lagos, somebody bring an aga Port Harcourt. The only logical thing for you to do is to get the hell out of the moving vehicle. Even if it means losing a gun, because they go Port Harcourt now, the distance will be even further. So you will better off leaving the driver. And maybe if you can hitchhike to the place, that would be the best alternative. Who only people wishing on Nigeria, people that live in hellfire and they're there smiling and laughing, where their house will be on fire, they are busy chasing rats. It's only Nigerians that will go outside like Onyara, burn down their house and go outside and say, aha, it's all clear. Ndara, ndara.
Ndara.
They will never take anything seriously. They will never describe. It's so sad, my people. And the worst part of it, we are busy opening our nyash, giving birth to children into this mess. If only that we leave ourselves into this mess, I'm okay, but we are busy giving birth for our children to continue in the hell that we have created, knowingly or unknowingly. We have to do better. We have to do better. We are saying they have to close shop. They cannot drag us along. People getting PVC. The man from his grave, that's one guy that came out of the grave and say he's running for president. You can see that his roommates at the gravesite have done a number on him. I mean, you don't have to be told that he came from the gravesite. He wants to run an election. He told you guys that your PVCs, all of them have expired, even though it has no expiration date. They have it in the system. And mind you, the system is not even yours. It's somebody else. They can sit in Moscow, Piaka, all the positive or negative if you don't get it. That's it. The more you see, or the more you look, the less you see. Our people, we have to do better. We really, really have to do better. For the sake of our children, not for the sake of our children. Our children did not ask to be born into this. They did not ask for this. So since we are having fun enough to deliver these kids, we have to do the needful. We have to leave an inheritance for our children. Let's hold hands as brothers and sisters and march in unity to tell these people who's Gozieno. We're not even asking them to bring in Kahari. Like, stop walking. You should fire yourself so I don't have to fire you. Remove yourself. My sister, go ahead.
So please, our people, please, want you to listen so that you understand. We have told you that the biggest roadblock to the preservation of the ethnic nationalities and our collective prosperity and well-being is the 1999 Constitution. Under that Constitution, we have had all sorts of policies that we are targeted towards bringing down the ethnic nationalities and the citizens of Nigeria. We saw them and we're still living them. They easily embark on devaluation of currency to make up for budget deficits. You saw them do it. You saw they do it. In Nigeria, simple O-level economics failed. The more you look, the less you see. If you think you have seen it all, you will see another one. Nigeria is a place where abomination becomes right. Where evil things, unimaginable things happen and people condone it. All the politicians ganged up against the people. All of them, whether APCO, PDPO, ABGA, all of them ganged up against the people, the owners of the land. They are more interested in protecting their criminal colleagues. They will never hold them accountable. They will never do anything. They will rather go and arrest poor people on the streets who are looking for what to eat. I give you an example. In Anambra State, after Obiano stole everything, what did his friend Solude say? Because we judge them by what they say. He said, I will just draw a line. He sold everything. He came with treasury. Everything is empty. Soludo Obiano has finished everything. He said, I will just draw a line and continue from where he stopped.
Remember, Sister, are you surprised now? Remember what the guy told you. Nobody ever leaves government, even when there's no money, because they know money will come. They will borrow in the areas, right? The one from 50 years coming. So we are 50 years in.
So rather than investigate Obiano and retrieve what he stole from the people, you will just draw a line and continue the rascality. And you know what? The Fulanis who are operating the federal government, we go and seize Obiano's account
Yes,
All
and
the
take
money
the
that
money
was
back
supposed
for
to use,
themselves.
yes, all the money was supposed to use to build for Anambra State people, he left them in the account. And his brother Soludo will draw a line. The federal government of Nigeria, that is Fulani government, will go and seize the account and take the money and give to Fulani aliens that are coming in, so that they will use the money to buy ammunition to come and kill the citizens, dislodge them, and take over the land. What is going on?
Ewo. Aro.
My people, we have to be smart. Have to wake up. They will rather tax market women and motopark men to build roads, to get money to build the roads, rather than go and meet the one that stole our money and say, give us a go Anambra State back. Wike did the same thing. When Wike came, he saw that Amechi has taken all the money to sponsor Buhari. He said, hey, Wike took the money, oh. Wike took the he said, Amechi took the money. Amechi took the money. That's the end. No other pursue, no nothing. Amechi has taken that one. He has gone. Wike had to bring another one to begin. What is going on? Obiano has bought houses for his great-great-grandchildren in Houston to the 4th generation.
Everywhere, lands.
In Houston. Nobody is chasing it.
And Beaumont.
No. Soludo is not looking for international laws that will help him to go and retrieve here 1 year zoo.
And he's an international guy, yo.
And he's an international guy, yo. He wants to draw a line and continue. Who is fooling who, my brothers? What our people call success is politicians who come very, very poor, promising change, and then in 4 years become extremely rich. They transfer all the people's wealth and resources to Abuja, Lagos, US, UK, Dubai, everywhere. They use the money to build resources for the people and buy dollars and set up foreign accounts. The money for resources, the money for infrastructure, the money to build hospitals, to build roads, they move it out of the land to somewhere else for their great-grandchildren. If that is not bad enough, they will put their family members and supporters in power, in practical places. Whether they are trained, whether they have experience, they don't care. So that as they are stealing from one end, those ones will be stealing from the other end. And then they will defend themselves and cover up for themselves.
Family
Ali
business.
Baba and the 40 thieves. When they finish, they will nominate them to become SA or senator at Abuja. How can we move forward like this, my people? How can we move forward? Meanwhile, my ignorant people are clapping for them, sharing them. He's doing well for himself. She's doing well for herself. And all of us will carry our cap to go and beg. And then when they come into my presence, if I don't recognize them or greet them, somebody will say, you're rude. You're so full of yourself.
They're supposed to be coming with a plate to come collect your own portion.
We need to wake up, my people. We need to wake up. Somebody will say, what is the way forward? We have told you severally the way forward. You already know it. Share it. Tell others. There is a way forward. We need to correct the fraud that was done. The GPT that they did to us, the indigenous people. We need to correct it. Don't listen to them, because all these people that they have bought over, they will say, no, we have to do this. We have to do this. It's not possible. It's not possible. We cannot do anything. We can do something. But you need to understand what needs to be done. Please go ahead, Sister Mona.
Right. So we have a frustrated brother here, Chukwuma Egemba. He said, talk. My brother, you can begin work where you are. Exactly. And that's the beauty of what we are doing. You can begin, and God has even gone along many years ago and put us in groups. Start with your groups and let them know, because I tell you, the groups that I have here, they still don't know about 1999 Constitution. Even when you're telling them, their mind is blocked off, that no matter what you're telling them, they feel like it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. That if we all understand this process, that we can make it that change that we are looking for. But a lot of people don't want to do it. They will make mockery of what you're doing. They will come while you're talking about the strategy to make fun and say you're talking. Do you understand what I'm talking, my people? Because if you understand, I will be seeing the change from your neck of the wood.
Exactly.
If you
No,
understand, you will know that you don't need me to come at that. You will gather your old boys association and bold girls association and your village group and get them to understand that nobody will come here and tell us anything about the election for 2023.
exactly.
The only thing we want to hear from them is that we must revisit this relationship that we have as people of Nigeria. Anything less than that will not happen. So that's what it takes. So Chukwuma Gemba, you are the leader. I'm not going to be like some people that say you're not. You are the leader. Lead your people. Teach them about 1999 Constitution. Teach them why we cannot go to the election, because when they win, they have to raise their hand and put one on the Bible and say they will defend and do all kinds of stuff to protect the Nigerian Constitution. That's what we're saying. So it's not that far-fetched. And we are talking because people like you still don't get it. That's why we're talking. Because if you get it, you wouldn't be here saying that we are talking. What would have done is to come up here and say, hey, sisters, I understand the process. This is where we are. I have 300 people in my group. We are mobilizing more people to take this message forward. Men, that's what we should be doing. Begin work where you are. Gather our people. Share the information. Information, knowledge is power. And then we move. All right. We are going to end because we have another event today to show you guys the way forward. We don't end without showing you guys the way forward. You know, when we work together with all the indigenous peoples, we can get this work done. And that's what the enemies, that's what they're running from. They are afraid of our collective efforts together to get this work done. So they are running. That's where Ninas come in. Ninas comes in by bringing us the proven strategy on the table, proposition that makes sense. Let me not say proven because we haven't used it yet, but it's the only logical. There you go. That's a better word.
Yeah, they've used it somewhere else, so it's proven. South Africa used it, so it worked for them.
No, you know, they may say it didn't work because you know how your people are. You know, it didn't work over here, they didn't work over there. So, but it's the only logical strategy that we have on the table now. And if you have something better, please, by all means, we want you to share. We want to share. All we want is freedom for our people. So if you have something better, bring it on. Bring it on.
Well,
No
they don't have
shaking.
anything better because we are talking about alliance of lovers of freedom and success. You have to form alliance with people that want what you want. You don't go and form alliance. Somebody will say, Fulanis are not your problem. They are your competitors. I say, Ndiafia, what business are you doing that you're competitors? Somebody is coming to conquer you and swallow you. He says it's not your problem. So that's why we are talking, my brother. We are talking because some people's brain is still broken. So you form alliance with people that are going where you're going. Then together you form against, the alliance is against the evil forces. You form alliance with lovers of freedom and success against the evil forces, the people that want to kill you, the people that want to bring calamity and backwardness. It's simple. It's the common sense thing. That's it. Please go ahead if you're ready. So this is a Freedom Park proclamation that was done in December 2018. The Yorubas were there, Middle Belt, Igbos, and Ijo, everybody. It was a collective, all the indigenous peoples came together, formed alliance. This is an example that we're giving you. Example of the videos are on YouTube. Go and look for them, you see them. The alliance has been formed. We are moving forward. Please go ahead, Samuna.
Mr. Chairman, leaders of the various delegations of self-determination groups and ethnic nationalities all over Nigeria, members of the High Table, ladies and gentlemen. This is a joint proclamation made on behalf of the peoples of Southern and Middle Belt territories of Nigeria, proposing the deferment of the 2019 elections and the immediate undertaking of the reconfiguration of the damaged constitutional foundations of Nigeria. And it is presented at the World Press Conference on the 11th day of December 2018 in Lagos. And it is titled, the distressed Federation of Nigeria, the repudiated 1999 Constitution, and the immediate imperative of a people's tantamount to a perilous electoral voyage. Again, the title: the distressed Federation of Nigeria, the repudiated 1999 Constitution, and the imperative of a people's tantamount to a perilous electoral voyage. I will start with the protocols. Having watched in absolute horror, like trapped passengers aboard a rudderless ship of the Nigerian state sailing into deeper troubled waters by way of plunging heedlessly into further national elections in 2019 under the thoroughly disputed 1999 Constitution, we, the undersigned, on behalf of the regional self-determination initiatives across the southern and middle belt territories of Nigeria, cooperating under the aegis of the Nigerian Indigenous Nationalities Alliance for Self-Determination, hereinafter called the Alliance, wish to proceed as follows. Number one, that the history of the colonial beginnings of Nigeria as a British business enterprise is too well known to bear any further repetition, and so it would suffice to remind us that Nigeria was not the consensual project of its constituent component nationalities, and that 4 decades into the Lugadian experiment of 1914, the regional leaders of the forcefully amalgamated territories had no faith whatsoever in the artificial political union into which their peoples had been locked by the British, and so, while Alhaji Ahmadu Bello, as Premier of the Northern Region, lamented the British imposed union as the mistake of 1914, Chief Obafemi Awolowo had dismissed Nigeria as a mere geographical expression. Number two, recently declassified secret colonial records now affirm and confirm the heavy manipulations by the British to create a lopsided union in which what was packaged as independence in 1960 was, for the southern and middle belt Nigeria, merely a transition from external British colonialism to internal caliphate colonialism, manifesting Nigeria progressively as a British/caliphate joint business venture, holding the South and Middle Belt territories and peoples in servitude. On this note, it is instructive to recall the December 1913 description by the then Secretary for the Colonies, Lord Harcourt, of the impending January 1st, 1914 illicit annexation of southern Nigeria to northern Nigeria as the British married off the southern lady of means to the poor but well-conducted Nigerian youth, northern youth, and to point out that it was the celebration of this grand bequest that Ahmadu Bello had declared to his lieutenants in the very week of Nigeria's independence in October 1960, that the new nation called Nigeria should be an estate of our great-grandfather, that's his own great-grandfather, with Madam Fodio. We must ruthlessly prevent a change of power. We will use the minorities of the Middle Belt as willing tools, God forbid, and the South as a conquered territory, God forbid. Say it together.
God forbid. Already did though. I don't know if.
And never to allow them to rule over us, and never allow them have control over their future. God forbid. This is as quoted in Parrot newspaper of 12th October 1960. Number 3, we recall that as the departure of the British drew near in the early 1950s, the ethno-linguistic, cultural, and religious diversities of the peoples of the territory dictated the adoption of a federal constitution model. in which the then three largely autonomous regions, northern, eastern, and western regions, owned and controlled their assets, contributing an agreed percentage of their income, 15% maximum, to finance the upkeep and operations of the center, the federal government, in the limited function jointly delegated to it by the federative regions. And it's pertinent to note that the high degree of autonomy which defined this federal model resulted from the 8-point demand raised by Sir Ahmadu Bello himself, Premier of the then Northern region, following the Northern opposition to and defeat of the 1953 independence motion moved by Anthony Inaho.
All right, so we are going to end this video. We played this video before. We're just trying to make a point that in order for you to move forward, that you need an alliance. And like my sister said, it's not Old Boys Association Alliance. That one is for you to get together, understand the strategy, and move. That's the kind of the place where we are now. Sister, go ahead.
Yes, you're correct, my dear. So those that are asking questions, like I was saying, this work was created in 5 phases. While you were sleeping, the work was going on because it was a dangerous job. You didn't need noise to do it. So while some of you were making noise, people were working. They've completed the 4 phases. We are in the final phase. And this final phase is called sensitization mobilization. You need to wake up. That part of sensitization is to educate you on what has been done. So you need to calm down, humble yourself, and listen to what has been achieved. Because if you don't know that, you go exposing yourself to danger and you get killed because you don't know where the landmines are. We know where the landmines are. Not me, I didn't do the job. But when I came, I studied it. That's why I tell people, calm down, study what has been done. This is a public domain for you to study. Study it and understand. Understand the enemy, understand the strategy, understand what has been completed, and understand what is remaining. We are in the final phase. And in this final phase, Nina Secretary said, the indigenous peoples must escape Fulanization instantly. How? By blocking 2023 election and crashing the 1999 fraudulent constitution. Somebody will say how. Yes, come and understand how. When you understand how, you know that the job is almost done. You don't need to reinvent the wheel. Thank you so much. We should be excited because we are on the winning team. Thank you.
Thank you. So we can take 1 or 2 calls before we end. I was getting text from someone who wants to call. So go ahead and call in. Please make it snappy only because we have another event coming up soon. But the most important thing is that we have to find a way to redefine success. We redefine, at least in my case now, is understanding this 1999 Constitution, knowing what we need to do and moving forward with it. I mean, the enemies are sitting there looking at us like, oh, wow, these people, like, they don't even understand the damage that they did. Like, until they see us in this delay that we are taking place right now. They thought they did some damage, they didn't realize they did a whole lot of damage. There are people have a way out and they're not choosing to use it. They're not choosing to see it. They're there antagonizing. They're there talking. They're there doing all manner of stuff. But to apply the principles that have been laid on the table for our collective freedom, they are not getting it. So that's why we need to talk, my people. That's why we need to continue to talk. My brother Obidi said that faith, I posted what he listed here earlier. Faith comes from hearing and hearing from the word of God. So yeah, so that's what we are doing here today. So if anybody, go ahead and call in because we have to run. I don't know if they're trying to call from Nigeria, if they're having connectivity issue or what. So if not, we appreciate you guys. We love you guys. You can see that we are consistent. We have no hidden agenda. We have no other plan. What we want is kodri nwoke na mma, ya dịrị nwaanyị na mma, ebe bere ugo bere. Ụmụ anyị pụta, if America is not good, they should be able to go home and make a life and make a living and be secure and invest their resources. As they are bringing their resources, that's why people have tourism in their area. Because they want you to come and visit. And we're not even minding Fulanese. It's not like we want them coming out in our land, but they're coming to kill us.
Yep.
If they're coming to invest and build road like we
Mm-hmm.
do for other people, it's
Mm-hmm.
okay. It's okay. They can come, but that's not what they're coming to do.
Mm-mm.
So we want to be able to encourage our children to eventually return home and make home, an investment that can help the locals, because that's how other people make money. This country, what is that? Say, city in Ukraine right now, they are crying. They say it's a tourist city. Everybody is crying about that place more than any place else. That's how they make their money. People come and visit. When they visit, they buy local things. They eat local food. They visit local people. So if you guys are not understanding how this works, they will have to jump into Keken and Pepe. Keken and Pepe man will make money. They will go to the hotel. The hotel man will make money. They will go and eat food. The cooking people will make money. They will buy artifacts from the land, and people will make money. That's how it
Mm-hmm.
works.
Yep.
So we want to be able to have a secure land where people can come, where people can say, oh, with $400, I can go to Omaha and hang
Mm-hmm.
out for 4 days
Mm-hmm.
and, have their best time.
Yep.
And that $400, guess what, goes to the locals.
Exactly.
That's how you grow economy. So there's no hidden agenda here. We just want the right thing to be done. And that's why we are not changing course. We are not saying that, we are, you're not going to see us be dancing here for you. I
Yep.
cannot have one and auntie until that eardrum that is tough ruptures, and then the sound will start coming in. Nobody's going anywhere though. Won't we not get anywhere until this work is done. So
Yes.
thank you guys so much. And the Aladema program is starting soon.
Yes.
Join us, come and hear what we have to discuss. We have our people at heart. We want the best for our people, and we're not apologizing for that.
Mm-mm.
So help us to share, even if you're not Igbo listening to us now, you have an Igbo friend, please tell them, hey, you guys are having Aladema. Everybody's actually welcome except the terrorists. Share the link. Actually, let me post the link here for people that want to help us to share the link with others. Everyone is welcome. It's going to be a stellar program. We are timely. We are going to take questions from our audience, because nobody is going to come and sell us encyclopedia runoff anymore.
Mm-mm.
When you bring your encyclopedia, you need to digest it for us so that we can swallow it. And then we ask you question to let you know if the food is good or not. You know, so business as usual is not gonna cut it anymore.
Mm-mm.
So if you'll give me a moment, I will post the link.
Yes, please. We'll continue to have the conversation. It's dialogue. Ndibo are having dialogue. We're talking to ourselves respectfully. So please come one, come all. Bring your friends, bring your family members, bring your colleagues, because we do need to talk. Depends what the difference is. What are you talking? What are you saying? Are you trying to set people against themselves or destroy the land? No. We are bringing peace. We are bringing strategies. We are bringing plans. So we need to communicate. It's important. Talking is important. But what is the difference is what are you talking? Are you just making noise and just setting people against themselves? We are sharing ideas with ourselves because one person does not know it all. But we need to sit down, share ideas, rub our minds together. If what I want is what you want, why are we fighting? Why are we fighting? If it's what you want that I want, we will just need to put our plans on the table and then we take the superior one. There must be a superior one. If there's no superior one, we'll combine two of them. But we need to know where we're going. If both of us are going to Lagos, both of us will understand we're going to Lagos. Not that we're going to Lagos, I have in my mind I'm going to Umuahia. You have in your mind you're going to Sokoto. How do we move? The Bible said that two cannot go except they agree. So it's important to talk. But what you're talking is what matters. We said we need to sit down in this conference. Ndibu will talk to themselves. Fulani people, I mean, not Fulani, Yoruba people are talking to themselves. So they'll continue to talk themselves. Fulanis have been talking to themselves all the time that we saw them carrying radio in their ear. That's what they've been doing. They've been talking
Mhm.
for 200 years. And you will not hear. They use their fufude. to speak their secrets to themselves, but they use Hausa language to deceive the rest of people. So for the longest time, we Ndigo thought that Hausa Fulani are the same. My dear, I'm waiting for you when you are sent.
Right. So no, we were said I've already posted it. So thank you so much. You can join us on the Aladima platform. Is starting at 12 noon, which is in the next 20 minutes. So see you
Yes.
guys soon. Bye bye.
Bye. Take care. Love you.
Love you. I'll see you next week. We love you. There's nothing you can do about it.
Nope.